Welcome back. Here we are. As you can see, I've removed the oil pan from the timing cover. I figured most people could figure that part out. Right now, I'm just gonna grab some clothes real quick. And then we're gonna remove the thread. Sorry guys, tripping over my dogs. Then we're gonna remove this cam sprocket and the camshaft. And then I'm gonna take the cam sprocket off first. Now, before you do that, you might want to keep in mind, I keep my bolts separated, different than most people. Maybe not, maybe I not, I don't know. I keep them in my head. I can remember which bolts went where by where I set them down. I'll just remember. And by which, like in my cart, my little chair here, I've got some trays in the bottom of the chair. I separated the timing cover and the oil pan bolts in those trays. And those 3 bolts I'll remember because they'll go back on soon. I won't be quitting today until this motor's back together. I won't leave it open out here. Before I took it apart, I did make sure the 2 dots lined up. You can make both of them point up, both of them point each other. Whichever way you do it, just put it back together the same way. Not that that even matters, just as long as either they're both pointing at each other, which is compression, one pointing up, both pointing up, which is the other's decompression, whatever. The other side. Pull the timing chain off. I went ahead and got a new one. Had more play than I like. This plate off. Cam retainer. Should replace that too. I did not. I might still order one. And then that means I'll have to leave the motor unopened. Look at this cover, I guess. I forgot about the cam retainer plate. Set these bolts down here and drop them all on the floor. Alright. Pull this cam plate. What it looks like in here. And we should be able to rotate the cam, which I've already done a couple times now. See, this plate has a seal in it. If it's flattened out, I don't think you can re-goop that. I mean, I wouldn't even try. Suppose I never have. I don't want to lose oil pressure. Looks like maybe you could pry that out of there and put a new little line of goop in there. We will do that. We do have some. I've never seen anybody do it. Most people just replace that part. I think I'm gonna try it. I don't see why not. I got a gasket sealer. We should, according to what everyone says, be able to rotate the cam. I guess it doesn't matter where you take it apart at, man. I just like to make sure everything's put together. Just my old school ways, I guess. Pull it out until I make sure that all the lifters are up. But supposedly you can spin the cam like that, and that'll make all the lifters they'll stay up in the little lifter trays, the buckets. I'll take the valve covers off so I can see. Go ahead and push one of these back down and make sure they're staying up. Oh yeah, they're definitely staying up. Okay, we'll rotate these around again. You can see how they're all up. You can't see, but in a minute I'll show you in a second. I'm going to take the other valve cover off here. And that way you can visibly see that they're all up before you, shouldn't have put that dipstick back on yet. I knew that's why it's not tight. Hands are dirty, I don't want to touch it, it's white. Love just to keep my hands clean. Started washing my hands 1,000 times. Already doing that because of the coronavirus. Anyway, here we go. Got the valve covers off. Ah, see, I got one on this side that's not staying up. Yeah, and we got one on this side over here that doesn't want to stay in its bucket. Right there. Well, don't touch the camera, I guess. Looks like you got one right there. It's staying up now, but it must be sitting on it. But see that one there? That one, see it fall? When I take the pressure off, it'll stay up, but that one don't want to stay up by itself. The rest of them are staying up, so we'll just have to finesse that one, I guess. I'll put the whatever we're going to use, stick something down the holes here, right here. This rod, I'm going to try and use spark plug wires because that's what I have. I think they're hard. They're definitely hard enough. I think maybe not. Maybe I should go find some sticks. Just because of that one that doesn't want to stay up by itself. Those really just peace of mind. Sticking those in there, it's just peace of mind. Should be able to. But yeah, you can see that they're all up. Except for the one that keeps falling down over here. You can rotate the cam and pop it back up. Doesn't want to stay there, but there it is. Alright, well, we're going to have to find some sticks and then we'll be back. So we did use the spark plug wire. I had the one that wouldn't stay up. I ended up just using brake clean to clean the motor out a little bit on that one that wouldn't stay. Just get a little bit of oil out of the way and clean it up a little. I made it stay there. So we took care of that one. I'm going to go ahead now, screw the cam gear back on just so I have something to hold on to the cam with. You gotta kind of finesse it out of there a little. It doesn't just slide out, I think. I haven't watched any videos on how to do this, like most people probably. I probably should have. I just heard you can do it this way. We're gonna try. I see where most of them say to put sticks in there and hold the lifters. You have to have the exact right size sticks, which I do not have. This is an 8mm spark plug wire. If you had a 9mm spark plug wire, it'd be great. 10 would be hard to shove in there, I think. It would be perfect. It just goes right down that groove in the side of the lifter in that hole. So you're trying to catch that lip. There's not much of a lip on those lifters. This being rubber helps pretty good. I'm not going to push any of them down, but they're all staying up. No matter how much I twist and move this cam around. I checked all that. None of them are even wiggling now. I can spin it around and around. None of them come back down at all. So we're going to go ahead and pull the cam and hope everything works out. You need to keep consistent pressure on here. I think we're going to have to work it around the lifters. Don't pull a few cams. None of them have been this hard. Yeah, it's definitely hitting. And it's definitely a lifter or something not coming staying up, even though the push rods are staying up. Huh. tighter than I thought it was. None of them are moving yet. Gotta kind of lift up, you know, that's why I leave the gear on there. They make a handle for this, but I don't have one. You gotta kind of line that cam up all the way out here. This one is fighting me like one I've never fought me. I never had to fight me before. I don't have another issue going on in here, and I think I do. I'm gonna find out though. I already have the other cam sitting on the floor. You don't have to fight it around the lifters. They're up out of the way. Yeah, I already got the other cam sitting on the floor, covered in assembly loops, so it's ready to go in. And we're gonna pull this one out, inspect it. Besides where you can see where we jerk it against crap, we didn't do it real hard. Might have sounded or looked harder than it actually was, but that's being nice to her. And against everyone's wishes, we look at the cam bearings. They look like every other LS cam bearing I've ever seen. Actually, they don't look that bad. The tops are always a little more wore than the bottoms, of course. Wow. It doesn't push those lifters up too far, does it? Never done this like this. It's very nerve-wracking, hoping they don't fall down on you, because if they do, I'm sure what you do. You can't put them back in this way. Sure, you have to remove the head to fix it. Which is the whole reason we're doing this way, budget build way, is so we don't have to remove the head. Just move the cam over there. Lobes. I have visibly bigger on the new one. On the new cam, the lobes are sticking over the tops of the bearings. On the old cam, the lobes are quarter-inch below the bearing surfaces, at least, minimum. I wish I would have showed that to you before I greased up the new cam. You can't really see it that well. Maybe you can, huh? Well, I got the grease on the top half. See if you can see down there. See how much the lobes are. But at least as tall as the bearings almost. So I got this assembly lube on here. Should make sure we get it good on everything. We've already cleaned the cam off with brake clean and cleaned it out and make sure everything, there was no burrs or any pieces of metal from the machining left over. It shouldn't be. They're pretty good place. You know, I bought it from Summit. They know what they're doing, I assure you. They've been around a minute. They don't stick around as long as they do by not knowing what they're doing. Not real happy with that. See, it's not bottoming out. Let's see how it fits in the motor. second bearing. Stand up here so I get a little better leverage. Put my arm against the motor, whatever I gotta do to bury it. Don't like the way the cam's fitting on the front of the gear. The gear's fitting on the front of the cam, I guess I said that backwards. But we might have to just buy new gear. It might just be my bad for not reading enough, probably. It's not bottoming, it's going on there all the way. I just don't like the way it looks. I'm just going to put it in, see how it looks when it's in the motor. Almost got it. Putting it real tight here against my hip. That last back bearing's that hard one. Getting that thing going. There we go. It goes in good. Guess I like it. Pull this back out. See, spark plug wire. Only put it in there for peace of mind. I don't think you even don't listen to me, but I didn't need it. I promise you. Cam's in. Of course, we'll pull the gear back off and put the fix the retaining plate seal and put it back on, and we'll put everything back together. If you have any questions, just leave me comments. I'll answer as soon as I get them. I'm pretty quick about it. Gonna go straight to my phone. I don't know what else to do really. The rest of it's just bolt the stuff back on. When you bolt the oil pan timing cover back on, you gotta make sure they're flat, because that's what makes it seal. They can be the front cover can be off, so you put the timing cover and the front cover on loose. I'm gonna put some sealant right here between the two. None there stock. Peace of mind. Put some there and snug them up slowly all the way so it seals. You want it to seal up pretty good. You don't want it to be dripping oil out of the corners because you didn't line something up because you were in a rush to put a seal on. Anyway, and then we'll do the rear main last, and it'll be easy to line up because it's not going to move. So the oil pan will line up with it, which will help me line everything back up, not taking them all off at once. But I've done this before. I'm going to leave stock timing stock timing gears. I just bought a new chain. It had a little play, not a lot, but a little. And they're only like 35 bucks. So I bought one. Got the timing, got the motor mounts on, motor mount plates. I don't know if you guys seen that. I've got those bolted to the motor right there. We'll see how they're gonna work. Got it set on all the way forward position. I have no idea where stock would be. I'm hoping that they go forward far enough I don't have to buy a new drive shaft because of the longer transmission, like we said. But yeah, here we are. I'm gonna finish this up. I'm gonna put the. Looks like I'm gonna get the seal cleaned out. I'm gonna get a pick, probably. Maybe I'll see if I can't do that on the camera a little bit. See if it's that way you guys can see if it works. I got my broken pick, but it'll work. It's still got a point. There's that. There's that seal. See, I want to see if it comes out, and if it does, I'm just gonna glue it back on. It does too. See, I bought these every time. This time, I'm just gonna put new sealant in that hole. Look at that. There might even be a gasket you can buy, but I've never seen one. Looks like a gasket. Looks like a gasket. It's even got a little cutout. I'm gonna put some RTV in there, I guess. When I put it back on, and hopefully it doesn't work. Hopefully it works. I might even RTV it and let it harden first, so like it is in stock, and have a little raised bump. So that way it can harden, and then I'll put it on later. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. I think that's it for today, but maybe I'll finish the video later. Talk to you later. Subscribe and like. Alright, as you can see, I've got everything back together now. all pans on it. Doesn't really line up all that great, this gasket. Of course, it's what you get when you buy cheaper parts. I didn't have to loosen all the oil pan bolts and get these bolts in first. Something big enough to go through there. Maybe you can pull it back. Sure they want to fight me with these last two bolts, but it's really like a 3-piece gasket. I have to put my timing cover back on though. I'm gonna get a little sealant here. Put right here. A little bit in this corner. Basically the same as a small block was. Don't put too much. So put that in there. And then did that seal, like I said, the one on the retainer plate did it the same. Like I said I was going to, just went ahead and use gasket seal on there. The new seal in here, you leave the center in, pound the new one in. I just pry the old one out with whatever I got handy close to me. Ain't that big deal. Let me get the bolts in here first, make it not long go on, but those just slide on back. You don't have to tilt it or anything. That's why we put that stuff in the corner there. Make sure everything clears good. You don't want to smash that oil pan gasket. So really you might probably, I don't know, I always just do it this way. I'll just take the bottom two bolts back out a little bit. Oh man, I'm going to hold it pretty good. You can see I just used one of the old push rods to pull that gasket back forward where I needed it. I'm going to go ahead and set it down like that. I'm going to do it that way, just like a little small block would. Let it go down at an angle, kind of get that sealing in there good. Typically don't like to start bolts. The tap it, bump on that rubber. Typically don't start bolts, you don't like anybody else, of course. Don't start them with the drill. But my little 1/8 inch impact, this guy, was pretty good at putting on all those parts. So, running that circle in. That's the wrong one too. Find the right socket. Now you can try and start crooked button. It might sound like I'm hammering them down. This thing's just noisy. Just kind of tight, getting them loose there. Slinging them up with that. Of course, before I tighten them down, put them. Make sure the bottom two will go in. Rubber. Well, I didn't tighten it down yet. But just enough for a little bit of wiggle. Get these in. ahead and snug them down now. Alright. Now we still need to buy a little water pump bolts, so we can't put the water pump on yet. And we got to buy header bolts. They came with the wrong bolts. Flowtech headers. I'm not for sure. They go to an LS1, so we got us in the car. Got different heads, so maybe the bolt holes are threaded different. Not 100% sure on that, but the bolts that came with it don't fit. And top of that, you can see right here. Pretty close to the motor right there, so this has to be facing the right way to clear the motor. So you definitely don't be cutting those ears off the transmission. So you're hugging that transmission down there on that bottom corner. But it's pretty standard. People have to do it. But here we are. We got a new oil pan on. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Let me grab a rag before I touch the camera. I got tired of changing my gloves 100 times, so I stopped wearing them like usual, and then I got my hands all dirty. Like usual. Happens every time. Don't even know why I buy gloves. Alright. And there it is. Got a little brushed finished on that timing cover. It's not perfect, but it does good. It's alright. If they fit, there's the valve covers that we bought for the Envoy. Sitting on there. It's pretty much got white and shiny metal. Sorry. Sorry I fell over. Still got to do the rear main and the flywheel, but I got to take it off the engine stand to do that. So I wanted to get everything else done first. So I still need to get the water pump bolts, which I might just leave it until we get it in the car. Same with the headers. We still need to get the bolts though. Got to get header bolts and water pump bolts, and then we can put it in the car. We don't need none of that right this second. Ready to pull the car in. So hopefully, you never know. Next video maybe might even be posted before this video if I do it with the phone, because it posts videos faster. And I have to edit this one, a couple different videos together. No breaks, I just have to add, you know, put them together. You can probably see where they go together. Anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry it's not more in depth on what I'm doing. I don't really want to videotape the whole 4-hour process of me doing this. You know, me tediously cleaning stuff here and there. You don't want to see all that, I'm sure. But it's together. Valve covers, rocker arms are back on, everything's back together. Motor done, pretty much, except for the rear main, and that's nothing. It's just a gasket and a flywheel. It's just some bolts. Once we get it off of here, we'll do that. Maybe even go ahead and now we probably won't bolt it to the transmission because we don't have any transmission fluid yet. Either way, thanks for watching. Nick again, once again. Nick, Heather's Automotive. Appreciate you guys watching. Like and subscribe. Check us out. Check out my other videos for anything else you want to see built. An Envoy. Not a lot on it, but I'm trying to get better. Let me know what all you want to see, and we'll try to do what you want. Thanks again.